Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks podcast. I'm your host, Frank Sullivan. With me is my co-host and Uncle Frank Darlin. How are you this morning?
Very good. Very good. Yeah, nice day. Nice day, beautiful day. Like in the 70s.
Nice.
Yeah.
Weather's good over here. It's pretty sunny.
What is it there?
It's like 50 something right now. It's cooler, but it's not. It gets a little warm in the.
That's not bad.
It gets a little warm in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I'll be there next week. Should get there by Thursday. So weather should be pretty good there. It looks like 50s. I'll take the 50s in the daytime.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's good. That'll be good. I know we'll have to figure out a day to meet up and hang for a bit. Got to give a special congratulations to my cousin Frank. Frank's another. We got another little grandson now, huh?
Alexander, yeah.
Very exciting. Very exciting. I'm sure you're going to be excited to see the little one.
Oh yeah. So it's a nice trip. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff.
He came just in time too.
He did. It was perfect.
Yeah. This way they'd be out of the hospital. I assume they're home, right?
Yes, they're home. They finally got home. Yeah, they finally got home yesterday. So yeah, and it was born on my mother's birthday, which I called it about a week ago. I said, let's go for the 15th. That's my mom's birthday. So worked out pretty good.
I know, it's funny. I was keeping tabs with him in the hospital. He was telling me it's a long time, but
oh yeah, it was a real long.
He came out nice and safe. That's good to hear, though. So what else has been going on? Anything new, or just ready for the trip?
Not much. No, just getting ready. We're leaving Wednesday morning at 4.
Nice.
4 in the morning. We're driving. So yeah. So we'll be staying over at the Holiday Inn. We do that on the way there. The Holiday Inn in Maryland, Aberdeen actually. We'll be staying there, and then we drive the next day. It should be about 4.5 hours. That's
nice.
So it's nice the second day.
That's good.
But yeah, that's it. It's interesting though because Alexander was born on my mom's birthday. Your daughter was born on my sister's birthday.
Really?
And of course,
Chloe.
Chloe was born on St. Patrick's Day. So I won't forget those 3 days. So it'll be a lot easier.
I know. That's true. Yeah.
Not that I should.
No, but sometimes it slips your mind. Yeah.
It's a lot easier. Yeah. But but everything's going good. Yeah, weather's been beautiful here. So
good.
Yeah, we're ready. We're all set to go and everything. So, but yeah, this trip is more to see everybody than anything.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal with the rest of the Thanksgiving and stuff. So,
oh, I know.
But, it's just good to. It'll be nice to see everybody.
No, I agree. Yeah, no, it'd be nice to see. Nice to have.
How's Casey doing, man? She got to be getting.
She's getting there, man. It's it just seems like the last trimester. She just hit the last. I think it's 28 weeks. She's definitely getting a lot tired throughout the day.
Yeah.
And the baby's moving and kicking and.
Oh boy!
It's crazy. It's amazing. Amazing how it just develops.
Oh.
So.
Isn't it something else, though? It really is pretty
wild.
I
know. And to think that they've been doing this for years without, modern medicine and what.
Oh, I know.
They're doing it like it was no big deal.
I know. You're right. Since the beginning of time.
Yeah. Without nothing and everything's turned out fine. So.
Weren't sterilizing the bottle.
Oh, no. I think we were doing that for like the first month. We were like, I was like, because she was breastfeeding, and she put like the breast pump on, and I was like boiling water and putting it in there. And after a while, you're like, it's fine.
I know.
Stella's
good.
But she's good.
She must be talking.
She's
talking up a storm.
She's babbling a lot. She's trying to make sentences. And
put them together.
Yeah, so she'll get a lot of words up, down. She likes doing the wheels on the bus. It's her thing.
Yeah, that's great.
So I'm hoping. I know I'm trying to be ready by January. We got to do this. I'm in her room right now, and I'm trying to. I have to kind of see if I can break. We got to move all her computer stuff downstairs. So I'm just trying to find the right time to do that and bring everything else down. But it should be interesting. I know.
Yeah.
But that's all I really got for today. I just kind of hang out. I think I'm gonna Oh, excuse me. Might meet up with my father to watch a little bit of the game. Sorry,
Okay.
the Bears. Would you watch the What'd you think of the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight? Did you watch any of it or no? I know
No,
I was
I
trying
watched
to. I was.
I watched the whole thing.
Did you?
When the Netflix was working right.
I heard.
That was a big problem they've had. Yeah, that Netflix can't do a thing like that next time. They have to increase the strength of them. A lot of people all over the country were pissed. Even though you're not paying it, you're paying for Netflix.
It's free.
To have it, but
Yeah.
yeah, but you can't have those events if you're not going to have it. But like I said, whatever. Yeah, I did watch it. You got to understand something. That was
It's a gimmick.
I think they had he gets $20 million, Tyson, for that.
Yeah, it's a gimmick fight.
Exactly. Jake Paul gets 40, and I'm sure they must have said, okay, you know what? First couple of rounds, let's go out a little bit, make it look good. And then after that, I think they just, you know why? Because Jake Paul, there was no way he was going to lose to him anyways. He probably said, no, I'm not losing to you. So you want to make this, we can do it, but I'm not losing to you. I'm not going to lose to a 58-year-old guy. I'm sure that's what he said. So I'll give you $20 million, and he probably, Mike. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's a gimmick. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a gimmick. It's a shame because if I was Mike getting $20 million those first 2 rounds, I would have went after Paul the whole time. I'd chase him all over the ring. Yeah, get lucky, but I guess that.
Well, I was saying too. I was like, I understand. He is Mike Tyson, but at the same time, it's like you're still 60. You could be in the best shape in the world. You're still 60 years old. Your age is going to catch up to you.
You're right. I agree with you. You're right. Yeah, but whatever. But he looked good, I'll tell you. Even to go 8 rounds just to be in the ring was impressive. So,
no, it's good.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else, but yeah, that's it. We can get into the movie. You want to start it up? Hit it up.
We'll start it up. Okay, here we go. The introduction to the movie. We watched The Karate Kid Part 2. Mm-hmm. It was released on June 20th, 1986. Box office info, opening week was $20 million. The budget, $12.5, and grossed $130 million. So that was pretty good. Directed by John G. Avildsen, starring Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi, William Zabka as Johnny Lawrence, Martin Kove as John Kreese, Tomalin Tomita as Kamiko, and Yuji Okumoto as Chosen Taguchi.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to butcher these names.
The simple synopsis: Daniel accompanies his mentor, Mr. Miyagi, to Miyagi's childhood home in Okinawa. Miyagi visits his dying father and confronts his old rival while Daniel falls in love and inadvertently makes a new rival of his own. It had 7 nominations. It had 4 wins. Runtime was 1 hour and 53 minutes. Where did you watch it?
Netflix.
Okay, I watched it on Peacock.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, it was Peacock, yeah. That's it. So, let's have our special thing here.
All right.
Frank's 5 fun facts.
All right. Got, Frank? Fact number 1. Although set in Okinawa, the film was actually shot in Oahu. I don't know if it's Oahu.
Yeah,
Oahu, Hawaii.
You got it.
The island was chosen because it's similar climate to Japan, and its large Okinawa population, and the convenience of shooting on U.S. soil. So I guess that's just
that's
an idea.
I didn't realize it had
did look very familiar. Not say it looked like I've never been to Japan, but
it did, didn't it? Though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it looked good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I would imagine trying to film in Japan. I imagine it would have been like a nightmare trying to get the approval and all sorts of shit like that.
Yeah. I didn't realize it had a large Okinawan population. I didn't realize that.
Well,
so it does have...
No, I didn't either too, but I guess with the fact of Hawaii's like Polynesian, like South, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, you're right.
What's it called?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Polynesian.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's true. Wow. That's interesting.
Fact number 2. Bill Conti chose to score this movie instead of Rocky IV. But coincidentally, Peter Cetera, right? Does I say his name?
Yeah.
Originally wrote Glory of Love for Rocky IV, but Sylvester Stallone rejected it in favor of Hearts on Fire.
Right.
And I guess a little bit, it was Peter's first hit single after he left the band of Chicago. It reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was included in his own album Solitude Solitaire.
Wow.
It also remained at the top. It remained its spot 2 weeks. Let me see here. It remained for 2 weeks, and it also spent 5 weeks atop of the U.S. Adult Contemporary chart. So,
wow, that's interesting. So he made out anyways.
Oh, he sure did.
yeah.
That's awesome. What a '80s song, huh?
Oh,
as soon as I heard it, I mean, it's a great song, but
I know,
very interesting.
I know. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Fact number 3: Miyagi introduces Daniel to the Miyagi Family Dojo and shows him a picture of the founder of Miyagi Karate. Miyagi Shrimpo, but let's see, is commonly referred to, and again, I'll try not to butcher this, Shojin Miyagi, the founder of Goku Rai Karate in the 20th century. So that just gives you, that picture was an actual, real, authentic picture.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Fact number 4, The Karate Kid Part 2 began shortly filmed after the success of the first Karate Kid. 10 days actually following after the success of the film. The sequel was greenlit and production began quickly, with the core cast returning, including Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita. So that's just, they filmed. That's why if you look at it, if you notice, he looks pretty much the same age as the first one.
Right.
Because it was filmed right after.
Got it. Yes. Right. Makes sense. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they wrote the mother and Allie out real fast in a matter of one scene.
Yes.
Which was convenient, but they're the stars.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
And my last fact is kind of a little similar to that last one. The opening scenes of Daniel in the shower and the confrontation in the parking lot with Kreese were in the script for the first Karate Kid, but contrary to urban legend, never filmed. They were specifically for Karate Kid Part 2, but according to Martin Kove, the blood on his hands when he broke the window was actually real, and it was on set. It was an accident on set, and the footage actually was left in the final cut. So when he punched that, it was all real.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. Because I that's one thing I noticed on there. I was telling Linda, I said, "Linda, that's real blood.
Yeah.
That's not fake." They kept it in. Well, good job, Frank. That's good. Interesting things about that. Yeah, I like the way they blended it in. I hadn't seen this in a while.
Well, and I was going to ask you, did you rewatch Did you watch the? I'm sure you've seen the first one numerous times. Did you?
Oh yeah. So I knew how it ended. Yeah, and but I didn't realize they replayed some of that stuff in the second one. I didn't realize.
Correct.
And then slid right in. That was pretty good. That was very well done.
Yeah. The movie was a little too long for my taste. They could have cut
They could have
cut a few scenes out. In the beginning, it was nice how they kind of tied it in with the first one, but there were a few scenes that weren't really needed. And especially there was a few times where he interacts with Chozen where you could have cut. The scene where he's dancing in that 50s, that like 50s sock hop, whatever you want to call it, you could have cut that whole scene out.
Yeah, you could have. That's true.
But so you said you haven't seen the movie in a while. What'd you think of it?
Well, I mean, I like it, but it was more of a love story than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Love story for both.
Yep.
For the younger one and
Miyagi.
That's what it. Yeah, and there was. I'll tell you one thing about this. Did you look at it this way too? It's a very dark
heavy.
Karate Kid too. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna stab you with the knife. What is this? We're murdering people now. There's no.
Well, and again, if you take it, I like this movie a lot more than I thought of. I seen it a few years ago, but this movie actually is a little underrated for me. That's just how I feel.
No, I like the movie.
Very good, but they also they go right into it real quick where like you're not in high school anymore.
Yeah, I agree with
no,
you.
You're right. It's like that theme of he's like we're gonna fight to the death. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm talking about the kids stuff. What are you gonna? And the girl, you have her in the thing you're holding there. Was there no police around? What are you gonna stab her?
That's what it seemed like he was gonna do. Yeah,
you're gonna go to. I'm saying it was a little much.
Yeah.
You know, with the other guys, they beat them up and stuff.
Well, maybe that's the problem
You
is
know.
that we're thinking of like it's the first one because
But
he's
that's the way it should be. Nobody's
You're
going
right.
to kill anybody. They're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's the only part. When I watch this again, I say,
no, you're right.
this is a little far-fetched. I mean, come on
Yeah.
now. You just can't go shooting people and stabbing people in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But yeah, no, it was good. I liked the movie. I thought the Yuji Okamoto that plays Chosen played a great part.
Oh, he was
real good.
he was ripped, man. I tell you,
Oh,
was
wasn't
he was he in a few other like kung fu movies or something like that?
I didn't look into it. I'm sure he was. He was Rip City, man. He was. You see when he took his shirt off
Mm-hmm.
when the girl had the hit him with the tomato.
Yeah,
He took it. Yeah.
yeah, he's been
Is he
in
in
a few
it? He
things.
must be in other stuff. Man.
Yeah,
He has to be.
and was in Pearl Harbor. I assume he played a Japanese.
Oh right, that's right. Yeah.
He's definitely got a lot of credits to his name, but
And he's in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
All grown up.
we'll talk about Cobra Kai a little bit
Yeah, we'll
later.
get into that later.
But no, I think you're ultimately right. I know it's the karate is definitely there, but ultimately it is kind of a love story between. You have Daniel and I don't want to butcher her name either. Yumiko.
Kumiko. Yeah.
And then you have
Yep.
Mr. Miyagi and his love interest. What's her name?
Yeah.
I forget it.
Actually, I didn't.
I know.
I feel bad. I didn't put that name down.
But then also, if you think about it too, it's Mr. Miyagi and Daniel together as because again he doesn't really. This is the first he talks about his father dying, which I don't remember from the first one.
Oh, you mean
Daniel's father.
Yeah, I know. Did not know about that. No. I forgot that scene altogether, and I've seen this more than once.
Yeah,
I forgot that.
I mean that was a
Right.
wonderful scene with him and Pat and Mr. Miyagi just talking,
Right.
and him kind of like Miyagi's kind of his mentor, but then he kind of like reverses the role in that scene where Daniel's telling him like about his father and how how important it was,
Right.
and it's
Yes.
you see him a lot of emotion in that scene.
Oh yeah, a lot of emotion in that whole movie. Really, when you think about it, especially for Miyagi,
Mm-hmm.
he was crying more than once in it. So I
was like, well, what is it? I was like, what is his father 100 years old here? I'm like, he looks like he's in his 60s.
He's gotta be. Yes, I know. I like when they go in there together, Sato and him, and he makes them put their hands together.
Very cool scene.
That was pretty cool scene. I thought so. I thought that was pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
But when you haven't seen this in a while, you pick up things that I hadn't seen. I remember the ice
Yep.
thing, which I loved.
That was cool.
Breaking the ice.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool. And again, I think a lot of it had to do with the set. The set was just made it real, authentic with where
Yes.
they were.
Yes, they did. Yes, yeah. But some of the parts of it, like Sato, when he gets, you see him with the bulldozer, because and I was going to say to myself, what are you going to do, buddy? You're going to wipe the whole place
Yeah.
out? Wait. Like, grow up.
Yeah.
That's what Lindy kept saying. Grow up, guys. Come on.
You're right. I will say that and again, this might have been where they could have cut a few scenes out. Is like after a while, you're like enough was enough already. Like can you get over it or not get over it? Can you just kill each other? Can you just like
Kill each
what
other.
are you waiting for? He takes off his jacket in numerous scenes. He's ready to fight, and he's like, it's like, get it over with already.
And then they're digging up the plants and stuff. Those are the people that live there. It has nothing to do with Daniel and Miyagi.
Oh, I know.
Come on. A lot of that stuff was... I know they got to do something, but I just thought a lot of that stuff... When I watch it now, I say, come on, that's ridiculous. And
Well, and I think a lot of it had to do with he says it over and over, honor, respect.
Yes.
It's like,
Right.
you know, he says, he's
Yes.
like, you what is it? You something with my honor or something. and he just made him look because Daniel does it a few times where he does it. Remember he's trying to screw the village people, and he's like he's got the little weight. There's that, and there's like another scene.
Yeah, good point.
And he makes him look like a fool, which I mean he is.
He does.
But
he is. But you're right. Yeah, I agree totally with you. I agree. What was I going to say there? I lost it, but yeah, but a lot of that it was just But like I said, the storm coming in. That was an interesting scene, yeah, and that's when everybody really works together. And Chosen, I ain't going out there.
No,
good old Uncle's dead.
Oh, I know. Well, I was like, dude, if a real store came into that place, they would decimate the entire village.
Oh, the village would have been gone. But that was a bunker. Did you see that? That's an old bunker from. Yeah.
Well, it's considered for World War II, probably, right?
Yeah, those are probably still there. A lot of those things. Well, how are you going to get rid of it? I mean, it's
cement.
It's probably down about 10 feet, cement and up. Wow. You ain't going to get rid of it. It's a good place to hide, though.
Yeah, no.
You ain't gonna get hurt.
I know.
But a lot of lessons in this. That's the one thing I always watched about the Karate Kid.
Yes.
I love. It's the lessons. The lessons you learn.
A lot.
Yeah. It's
one. I wrote down one of them. I forget where he says it. Something with breathing. He was like, "If you don't breathe, there's no life." Which a lot of it is like it's just one of those things where, especially if you're feeling like angry or upset, you just take a minute and breathe. I mean, that's why a lot of the martial arts and like exercising, a lot of it's about just like breathing.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. You're exactly right. Yeah, definitely. Let me see what we got here. There's a lot of stuff that happened in this thing. How about that's another thing too? How about the beginning? It had nothing to really do with that, but when Martin Kove he's got Johnny in the headlock. Now there's like 60 million people there. What were you going to do? Choke him and kill him?
Yeah, a little bit of assaulting kids. Would have been arrested.
It's so arrested. But when I watch it now, I think to myself, "Come on, this is a little much."
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Oh my God, relax.
Yeah, the whole let's say the scenes where he goes before he goes to Japan. You see how he's getting ready to have him build his Daniel's guest house to stay there.
Oh, I was
because you knew he's going to make a lesson out of it.
He did,
and which was cool. But then again, I'm like, okay, this guy's just building houses and where's your building permits or anything like that, huh?
He does anything he
qualify. Where's his qualifications for him to build a house?
He roped him right in though with the nail thing. He got a kick out of it. There you go.
Yeah,
that was good. That was funny. How about the thing that's the whole movie is based on? Is that little twisty thing?
Oh, the little drum.
The thing you spin, and you do the thing.
Yeah. And he uses it at the end, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Kreese, it's funny. I want to double back to Kreese. I saw him in. He was in the movie The Last House on the Left. I remember we were talking about it during the.
Yes. That's a long time.
You're kidding me, man. I was like, I recognized him though right away. I was like, holy crap! I was like, that's the dude Kreese. I was like, that's crazy how young he was.
I know. Hey, I don't know if you saw it, but there's one scene where it's Daniel and the girl, and they're in town, and this Japanese kid comes from behind them, and he says
about
something.
The dance.
Yeah, that's the guy from Jurassic Park.
Yep.
He's the scientist from Jurassic Park. I knew.
Quick
the
little
face.
cam. Yeah, he looks exactly the same. There's
the
other guy too, the black dude, the GI.
Right.
He just died. He was 66. He was in Die Hard, Walker Texas Ranger, Top Gun. What's his name here? Clarence Gilliard.
Oh yeah.
Jr.
Yes. Where was he in that? Was that in the?
He was breaking the ice.
Oh yes, right.
Yep.
That's the guy who says, "Yeah, you do. So you do it."
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. Yeah, there were some little cameos in there you didn't
Yeah.
realize unless you know your people. That's why when I see the Chinese guy, I say, I know, well, whatever he is. I said, I know this guy, and then I figured out who
Yep.
it was. Yeah. I didn't understand this. I was reading this part here in the trivia here. It says, in the ice-breaking scene, if you look closely, you can see cotton in the ice, which would make it very hard to break because the fibers of the cotton would get everywhere. I don't understand that because in the scene it looks like he breaks it. I don't know what that meant by that. Why would you make the ice stronger so he couldn't break it?
I don't know. Did
Yeah.
we find out if that's actually really ice and did he really break?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. You're right. It's probably not. It's probably fake. But they had to put something in there to make it look, I guess. I don't know. I never really looked into that, but I just thought, that's, I really didn't look into it. So, and what's the little girl on top of the post there that's like 7 ringing the bell? They had nobody else that could go up there?
She's small enough. I don't know.
I don't know. That was a little
far-fetched, right?
And what is he doing? What's his name? Chosen. What is he doing? Not Chosen. Yeah, Chosen. What is he doing inside the dojo there? Destroying everything. That's his grandfather's dojo.
You're talking about or Sato.
Miyagi's.
Or yeah.
No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He goes in there. Why? That's both of theirs. That's their father's.
Well,
dojo.
and you see at the very end, Sato was in there. Must have been like training or something. Because that's what again, it's
doesn't
a
make
few
sense.
of the scenes.
Why would you do that to your grandfather? Because that's the grandfather's.
It got to be too much with and he had to show him that he's like the bad guy and all sorts of.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's
what's cool though, the family dojo, and I thought it was cool because you see it in Cobra Kai with.
You do, yes, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed when I saw it. I said, yeah, they got the same one, and it looks like the same exact one actually. In Daniel's house, he has one, or in Miyagi's, whatever it is, Miyagi.
Let's see here.
And you realize that was the film debut of Tamerlan Tomita.
Yep.
That plays Kamiko, and she was born in Okinawa.
Oh yeah.
And she married a couple times, and she's 58 now. I think she never had any children.
Yeah, she was in Day After Tomorrow. Let's see here.
Yes. Yeah, she's been in some stuff.
A bunch of other stuff. She was in Monarch, The Legacy of Monsters. That's like a Godzilla thing on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah. That's that new show.
Yeah. Looks good. It's got
a new show that's been on.
What you call it here? What's the kid? Russell. Kurt Russell and his son.
Kurt Russell. I wanted to see that. on TV.
Yeah.
It's still on there. I got.
It's still on. It's on Apple TV though.
Is it Apple?
Yeah, if you have Apple, you gotta have Apple TV. Yeah. I did write up again. Again, we talked about love stories. There was I looked into the tea ceremony. They do it because, and that's what's also funny too is like Miyagi does it with his love interest. Daniel eventually ends up doing it at the end with what's her face, Kumiko.
Yes.
Yep. Because I looked them up at the tea ceremony. There's a Japanese one and there's also a Chinese one. So the Japanese, I know they kind of talk about it. So the Japanese tea ceremony, known as Chantyo, hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. But this ceremony involves preparing and drinking matcha tea. Matcha tea is a powdered green tea. It's performed in a tea room, usually small enough for a few people, and the host usually, uses specific objects to prepare the tea. And it says the ceremony may include a meal and can last up, several hours. So it's almost like kind of like stuff, like almost like a wedding type deal.
So it was a.
So it's an actual thing. Yep.
Actual thing, right. Just it wasn't made up to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they did very good, authentic.
Yes, I agree, 100%.
Yeah, I agree totally, especially with all the settings and all that, and they did a nice job. The Sato thing, though, was what I think was the whole thing of that. I think Sato, she never married him.
Yeah. Correct.
And I think that's why
She never married. She never had kids.
I think that's why he had the attitude he did. He figured he leaves, you marry me, right?
No, not the way it works.
That never worked. So, and I think it was stuck in his craw.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, he just wanted to just. It seemed like he was kind of like a mafioso guy, huh? He knew when he was going to show up. Because that first scene is kind of cool, where you think everything's all sweet and cool, but it turns again. It turns dark fast. Where he's like, "Well, where are we going?" He's like, "We're going north. We should be going south." And they brush him off.
Right. Yeah. And they got the black cars that they always use in those.
Mm-hmm.
They did that in James Bond. They picked them up in a black car like that and stuff. That's that kind of car too. It was very well done that way. Yeah, when he brings them to the place, I'm saying this warehouse. I'm saying, what's going on?
Yeah, I know.
What are we? Yeah. And then how about when he breaks in the storm, which is a little far fetched, but that's all right. He breaks the
big wooden thing, which is cool.
It is cool, and saves his life. I didn't think that was going to be enough, though. I really didn't. I didn't think Sato would change.
Really?
Right there, and he did. Yeah, he did.
Well, because I think he kind of, even in the end where he's like, he still has that anger and hate towards him, and he's like, finish me off now. Here's your chance.
Yeah, I know.
And he does.
You thought he was.
And he doesn't do it. You know. So maybe
I guess
it was enough. And then I think also it did. When his grandfather, what's his nephew? Was that his nephew? Chosen
nephew, yeah. Chosen
was
his nephew, yeah.
Leaves him there to die.
Oh, he books
it out. Works about. And I think that kind of stuck into his crawl too. He just kind of like, you left me there for dead, and this guy who
Yeah. Yeah, you're finding out that Chosen's he's always got his buddies with him. He's so tough, but he's really not. He's really he's
ready to stab him. He had that big ass staff, or what do you call it? I was like, Jesus, he's ready to murder. He's ready to go to jail.
Nobody there's no police there.
He's a murderer. How many people do you think he's murdered? And gotten away with it.
Yeah, Jesus. He's got his two extras with him the whole time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that was another thing that cracked me up. It was always 3 against 1.
Oh yeah, it's always you always, especially when it comes to like with Daniel, he's always outnumbered. He's always going to get his ass beat.
He is. Well, that's the way you make. I understand.
Yeah.
When you make the movie, I get it, but yeah. Not to get to the last scene. I'm going to get to the last
scene. I think we pretty much covered a lot of the movie.
Yeah. How about when he comes down on the rope?
Flying down. Pretty cool, but very dramatic.
Come on. What are we doing?
Ninja assassin.
Nobody saw him up there in the yellow outfit?
Bright yellow.
Oh, I thought he was Shawn Michaels in the WWE coming down there.
That's what it looked like, yeah.
Coming down, it did. Oh,
that was a cool ceremony though. I got to say they were all
it was.
And I tell you the costumes had to be authentic. Oh
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Then he hits the girl. That's a lot and that's another thing in that show. That's brutal stuff, man. He nails her in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of violence in that. Very violent.
And again, I think a lot of it had to do with they wanted to age it up and be like, hey, listen, he's not in high school anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
He's in he's in a whole different country, different rules.
Yes, he is,
yep. It seems like Sato was running the place. He can just sweep it under. The American GIs weren't going to get involved.
Nah, no. I think he was like 25 or 26 in that.
The Russo. Oh yeah, he looks.
He's like our age. I think he's like 63.
Yeah, he's one of those Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
we were just watching Back to the Future last night, the first one. What a shame.
Yeah,
what an absolute shame with him.
Oh, I know. I mean, those were excellent. And it's a shame things like that have to happen to people.
I know.
Like that. It really is. Hey, did you see William Zabka and Ralph Macchio? They were at the boxing match.
Really? No, I didn't actually.
Yeah.
No, that's
yeah. They were there. They were sitting together.
We'll get into. We'll talk a little bit about after the movie about Cobra Kai because I got a a few notes.
Oh,
a few
boy.
notes. It happened, and it's funny. This is kind of how I wanted it to turn out because I'm thinking with watching that movie, with watching the second movie and Cobra Kai coming out the same weekend, I think it worked out perfect. We'll talk about that, but
well, let's talk a little bit about the. I usually don't do this, but the box office, it did very well.
Oh yeah,
Opening week was $20 million. This is 86.
It said it did. It did better. Well, again, all that buzz. The first one was so great. So I mean, everyone probably assumed the same. And
they love Miyagi.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, he does 4 of them. Remember, he does all 4. Mm-hmm. He does 3, and then he does the one with the girl from $1 Million Baby. Hilary Swank. Yeah. So he does all 4. They love Miyagi, and it made $130. That's a lot of money back then. That's pretty good. What's that? Almost 40 years ago? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good money. $130 million. Remember too. It's the second one too.
Yeah.
Usually they don't do it.
Yeah.
So, but.
I thought the colors at the final battle at the end were really cool. His outfit that Chosen wore was awesome.
Yes, it was.
It was funny with Daniel because like he had his top part. He had the headband. He had the red jacket with the tree Anzai tree. You notice what he was wearing for pants? He had jeans on.
Oh,
I was like, come on! You can't give him a nice pair of red pants to wear. He got to wear jeans like he's from California.
He's at the ceremony. He should have been better than jeans.
But it was cool. It reminded me kind of like something out of Mortal Kombat, you know.
It did.
And in the end too, like he was like, you know, that whole like he's like live free or die, man. It was just corny the way he said it. It was like he didn't even need it, you know.
Come on. And then he does the twisty thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's kind of brutal there too. That was a brutal scene.
Well, because again, they're fighting for their lives at least, so he speaks, so to speak.
Yeah. See, I thought when I first watched that movie, I thought it was like he was in love with Kumiko, the other guy, Chosen, but he's not.
No,
he's not. I thought that's the way it was going to go out, playing out. It didn't. It had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? You're with my girl now.
Yeah.
You know, like all those other ones always.
Yep.
But no, yeah. It didn't. It wasn't like that though. And Sato, I'm sorry I didn't put his name down here, but he played a good part too. He's been in all kinds of stuff. He's been in war movies and stuff. I know he has. Japanese Commander, I'm almost positive. He's done a lot of stuff. Yeah, yeah. He played a really good part. You're right though. That reminded me of a mafia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let me see if there's anything.
I know. I'm trying to look over too.
I guess there was a few scenes cut out of it. Not big deal though, but nothing.
Well, and like I said, it was a little too long.
Right. Yeah, this is funny because the 50s Dance Club, the first song playing, as you remember, is Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley in the Comets version, and that's the one they played in the first 2 seasons of Happy Days.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
with Pat Morita, Arnold in 3rd season. Yeah, so that was a little weird. But they had Elvis. Did you see that? Elvis was on the wall. James Dean.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, it was like Americanized because of like the GIs there, kind of, you know.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Very good.
It was cool with the I don't know what instrument they're using because there wasn't a lot of music in this.
No, it's
the pipe flute. What do you call that?
Me and Linda were trying.
That's all I want now. I just want one of those and just learn how to play that. I was like, how cool is that, huh?
Yeah, it's some kind of wooden.
Yeah.
Instrument. I don't know.
Like that thing that I forget what is it. Peter Pan playing it. The little or like the Indian flute. I forget what it is.
It might be the Indian flute. Yeah, I don't know. It could be a combination of different ones. It's definitely wood instruments, but it's cool, isn't it? I think. They show the sun. I like that. They had some nice pictures of. I know we don't pay attention to it, but they had some nice pictures of the sun coming down. You know, with the rays of the sun through the clouds. Yeah, it's really, really. It was very well done. It really was, except for like I said, it's a little
far fetched.
Far fetched, but it was. It was very well.
Well, the director from this did Rocky 5.
Yes,
I think that's it. And he did.
And he did the Karate Kid.
And the other Karate Kid. So I mean,
yeah.
he's no stranger to some
No.
fighting movies. That's for sure.
No, even the third one's good.
Third one's good too.
That's with
Yeah,
Silva.
third one's really good.
Yeah.
I liked it. But
Yeah. Yep.
all right, you want to get anything else you want before we get into ratings?
No, that's it. We're good.
I
was good.
So IMDb gave this. I wrote it down. The 6.1.
You go ahead.
I'll go ahead. And to give you, like I said, we did the first one a long time ago. I gave the first one a 9, which is now thinking it might be a little high, but I don't know. I think it's par. Steve gave it an 8.8. So going off that,
yeah.
it's not better than the first one. But I did enjoy it a lot. I'm gonna go with. I don't think it's now trying to remember too. I don't think it's as good as the third one. So I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay, that's
Now, like I said,
That's
trying to
that's
remember.
fair.
I think I remember I liked the third one better.
yeah. I think I do too.
Because I think
I didn't realize how much of it. Like I said, I didn't realize this was a lot of love stories.
it is, and I think part of it,
Lovely
I the thing that I did like about it the most was the fact of just the two of them, Pat Morita and Daniel LaRusso, or whatever you want to say. I think them two getting together, it's really the two of them in the whole movie, and it's the bond of them coming together as, again, that father figure, him being, it's almost like Daniel's there for him now, rather than the other way around.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I 7.5. I'll go with. What are you going to row?
All right. Well, I agree with you. One reason I thought it was a little.
Yes,
too long.
I agree.
It's almost a 2-hour movie. I mean, come on. You could have cut a lot of stuff out of it. The casting was great, of course, because it always is. The cast is great. I like the people they threw in there. Kumiko and Chosen, they did, and Sato. I'm going to go, what do you go, 7.5? I'm going to give it like I'll give it like a 7.5.
Okay.
So that's it. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you did enjoy it. And again, it worked out perfect with Cobra Kai coming out. Have you watched any of it yet, or no?
No, I haven't watched. It just started again. No,
yep. No. So
I haven't watched.
So it's funny. We actually watched the. I watched the first episode of the new of the second part.
Right. Second part. Right.
This morning. I did. I did it purposely for the recording.
Right. I understand.
It's good. Don't get me wrong, but you know what? And you know what I'm thinking too is now I'm glad I watched that. It sucks. Like the first season was so good. It's Pat Morita, man. He brings this type of magic to the Karate Kid.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know what it is. It's I can't pinpoint it, but it's something special with him. And it's just not. I was watching it. I'm like, it's not the same without him. It's, rest in peace.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. You do realize I watched the interview of him when he interviewed for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And as you know, he doesn't know a lick of karate.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and
really
he doesn't
surprised.
talk like that really either, too.
No, he was really surprised they even asked him.
Yeah.
But he checked out the script and said, "Well, I'll give it a shot." And the rest is history. But he doesn't know.
What
I don't know.
what are some of his credits before this? Like, because a little bit. Happy Days is more like a comedy, and he wasn't really. He didn't have a big role. Like, what's his besides this movie before this?
I don't know. He could have been in some of the World War II movies with the Pacific. I don't know if he has been. I'm just thrown out there. He might have been a young person because they used all those people back then in those movies.
Yeah.
Like there's a movie called Tora Tora Tora. It's basically
okay,
but it's that's what they called it because that's the real name of it. Tora 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 means something to do with Pearl Harbor.
Really,
and that's when they attacked it. And there was a lot of people in there. And if you watch Godzilla and all those movies back in the day, they were all in it, those Japanese people. So he might have been in there as a young as a young guy, a young officer.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if you look a little bit, maybe you'll find some stuff. But
That's
I
kind of
don't
what I'm
know
looking
too
at
much
now.
about
It
Pat
says he
Morita.
appeared in popular series as Sanford and Son and MASH.
Yes, he was in those as cameos. Yes.
So
Yeah.
before this, it says, let's see here. He said he started out as a stand-up comedian
Really?
and known for his hip nip in nightclubs and bars, and he made his first on-screen appearance in Modern Millie, 1967.
Oh, okay. So what is he? What do you know? What he is? What is he? Is he Japanese?
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm going to go up a little bit.
I think he is.
Asian American actor.
Well, American. But
Yeah. I'm sure I think he's Japanese. But I'm looking at his IMDb credits and stuff.
you can see his
The
eyes.
Shakiest Gun in the West, 1968.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Alongside with Don Knotts
yeah.
and in Evil
Don
Roy
Knotts. Excellent.
Slade, supporting John Aston. But yeah, he just like I said, he just brings a special something to it. Japanese.
I don't know he's awesome. He's
Yeah.
awesome. He's
Mhm. And he died
Yeah,
he was 73 and he died in 2005 of kidney failure.
Oh wow.
Shame.
Wow. That was 19 years ago.
Yeah, he could still be been alive right now.
Oh yeah. Could have been, yeah. Would have been old, but
Yeah.
But when they first started the Cobra Kai, that would have been like, what, 4 or 5 years ago. So he could have definitely even actually made an appearance.
And I think they're going to... And that's kind of what I liked. And maybe it's because of his Asian heritage. Why I kind of like the one with Jaden Smith.
Right.
Not so... Jaden Smith could have...
Yes.
Could have been any... It could have been any actor. But...
I know, but
But what's his face who played Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, there was something special in that movie with him that made that movie, really... That sold the movie.
It was very well done.
And that's why I'm really looking forward to the one that's coming out with because he's going to be in it. Did you know that? I think he did. The Ralph Macchio
The new one.
and
Right.
Jackie Chan are going to be in a movie. It's called
Right.
like Karate Kid or something.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. So I really want to see it.
That should be good. That should be good. Hey, here's another thing too. You know what I'm really surprised in the Cobra Kai is? They really haven't had any... I know this sounds stupid. It has no bearing on nothing. He'd have to get his permission from his children if he has any. But they haven't had any flashbacks to Pat Morita and Daniel Russo as a kid. I thought they would have a couple of those just to make it...
I think they did, but you haven't...
Did they?
You haven't seen a lot. Yeah.
Maybe early in the thing, maybe. But you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, though? I mean, but they'd have to get...
Permission. They haven't had much... Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that would be pretty, when he needs him the most. Even though he's an old guy now, he's my age now, not old, but he's in his 60s. I thought they might do that a couple of times.
It's going to be interesting because I think they are going to somehow tie it in. I think Jackie Chan will be in either in this part or probably the next part, which would probably make more sense. And I think that's how they're going to tie it in with the movie. But I would imagine
exactly.
we'll see what happens.
See what happens, yeah. Not to change stuff, but I did finish the Aaron Hernandez.
Very good, right?
Yeah,
Wild.
The last
Sad.
episode.
Sad.
Yeah, that's a sad show. That's sad.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, between me and you, those two guys that do the New England thing there, the radio guys, which, if you're listening, they were assholes.
They didn't even really need them guys.
You bring that lady on to tell them that he is gay or whatever on the radio, and they can hear it in the prison. You signed his death warrant. I can't believe they got away with that.
Oh, I know.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
He was dead. As soon as they found that out, he's dead.
Yeah.
And
And the other thing too, again, this was back in a few years ago. Nowadays, it'd be fine.
No,
But not in the prison. No, but again,
that's the point I was making.
No, I got you.
No,
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
they signed his death warrant. You imagine if they told somebody that they know they're gay in prison now and was hyped? They're all done.
I know.
They're all
yeah.
done. Yeah. I can't believe they did that to him.
I know.
I can't. They got away
Yeah,
with it. Why
shame.
would you do something like that? That's to me. That's messed up, man.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's messed up. But you're right, though. Today I know it's all accepted,
Yeah.
but not in the prison. It's
No, not
gonna
in prison.
be.
No.
But man, that was horrible.
No, that's it. Yeah, you got anything else? I know. I'm trying to. Yellowstone just came out, so we started from the first episode of season 5. Because I don't remember anything that happens. I don't know.
No, you're better off. You're better off to watch it. Yeah.
I'd like to watch the movie Twisters. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's going to be on.
It's on Peacock.
Like I said. Yeah, I know. If it's free, I'll watch it.
Yeah, it should be. I think it's free. So I don't know. I would like to watch it. It looks interesting. I know it's not going to be. I know they're going to do some sort of small tie-in with the first movie, but
I don't know about
no.
that. I heard there's nothing.
I think they used the Dorothy thing.
Oh yeah, that's.
But yeah, no, I don't know.
I was hoping they'd make it like my mom used to.
Yeah.
I thought the girl would be in. My mom used to chase these twisters.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. So.
I don't know.
I don't think they do that. Because everything in the movie is the same as the other one.
Really? Yeah.
The only difference is you got the girl is the kook.
Yeah.
That has all the electronics and shit doing this thing. So, but yeah, I'll watch it because I'll just watch it because of the special effects. So
I know.
It'd be cool. But,
I'd like to see Gladiator 2 in theaters. That seems like it'd be really cool to see. I probably won't, but we'll see.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You got anything else before you wrap it up?
No, that's
all right.
Before you're done, I have 4. It's funny I'm saying this. I have 4 Christmases.
Do you? Nice.
I got 2006, 8, 9, and I think the first one when you were just a baby.
Oh, perfect.
Just a 2-year-old. At the first time that I met Linda's parents at her house, the first Christmas. So I'm just saying there's no Lisa Marie in that because.
Yeah, no, I got you. So what you got?
So I got 4 of them for you. I got them on DVDs. Try them out. See if they work. If they don't, just tell me, and we'll go from there. Okay. Because I'll be back for Christmas. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll talk after we. But yeah, all right. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we're going to be taking a short break for the holiday, and we will for all the fans there. We're going to pick this up in December, starting with Christmas. We're going to Christmas movies, so tune in. We got 5 nice banger movies that are going to really set it off. So I'm excited.
It's going to be good.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, that's the ball game.